Fubara access to Rivers State Fund without a lawfully presented budget to Rivers State House of Assembly.
Allow peace to. If you say your mother will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
Things seems to be going Wike's way as Federal High Court stops CBN, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank from giving Governor Sim Fubara access to Rivers State Fund without a lawfully presented budget to Rivers State House of Assembly.
Allow peace to. If you say your mother will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
Things seems to be going Wike's way as Federal High Court stops CBN, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank from giving Governor Sim Fubara access to Rivers State Fund without a lawfully presented budget to Rivers State House of Assembly.
Allow peace to.
Hello viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again on this platform, BVI Channel 1. And we are live on the program, Matters Are Rising. What is happening today and what is trending? From Abuja High Court, the judge had given an order to stop the allocation, monthly statutory allocation going to Rivers State. And it has sparked a wave of crisis. Let us quickly get on with this very news as it is breaking. And when we come back, the people will have their say on Matters Are Rising. Let us get on to it. I'll be right back.
Allow peace to. If you say your mother will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
Things seems to be going Wike's way as Federal High Court stops CBN, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank from giving Governor Sim Fubara access to Rivers State Fund without a lawfully presented budget to Rivers State House of Assembly. The Federal High Court in Abuja has stopped the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, from further releasing monthly financial allocation to the Rivers State government. The court held that the receipt and disbursement of monthly allocations since January this year by Governor Sim Fubara is unconstitutional somersault and aberration that must not be allowed to continue. Justice Joyce Abdullah Malik, who issued the order on Wednesday, 30th October 2024, held that the presentation of the 2024 budget by Fubara before four-man Rivers State House of Assembly was an affront to the constitutional provision. Specifically, the judge said that Fubara's action in implementing unlawful budget smacked gross violation of the 1999 Constitution he swore to protect. The judge therefore restrained CBN, Accountant General of the Federation, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank from further allowing Fubara to access money from the consolidated revenue and federal account.
Allow peace to. If you say your mother will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
Okay, people, sorry about that gap, and we are back and live on this Matters Arising as we're having this hot news. The people call it Wikenized court judgment. Nigerians know how to give things a name. And joining me very briefly, virtually, should be Ndubisi and Enugu. I don't know if he's right there or ready to be part of this program. Yes, he is the Ndubisi. You're welcome to the program. It's a pleasure to have you back again on Matters Arising.
Yeah, it's everything. It's nice to be with you today.
Okay. Although we are not hearing you properly, you can check your own end to be sure that you are coming up live. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It is a lot better now. Okay, without wasting further time, to those who are watching, this is still BVI Channel 1 of Matters Arising, and we are live on our various platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, and our second YouTube channel, which is BVI Channel 1 Plus. All of this is coming to you straight on live and direct, and it is meant to give you a voice with respect to what is happening as it is happening hot. And today we had it that the court, the federal court, have given an order to CBN, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank, the holding banks for the financial activities of River State, not to release any fund to the state government. The implication is what many people are really worried about. Okay, so now NDBC, as a village economist and the Ambassador General of Good Governance, what is the implication of this order to River State? And what actually led to it? Everybody knows what actually led to it.
Thank you, Chinedu. Without wasting much of our time, we've already known what the struggle, the power struggle, is all about. It is the struggle to control the commonwealth of the people, of the River State people, and with what has been going on in our current political struggle when Jagaban is in charge. He said, grab power, run with it. He has already done that in 2023. And it is his belief that he has captured the whole Nigerians. And there is nothing anybody can do. Because judiciary is in his pocket, police force is in his pocket, army, soldiers are in his pocket, forces, all the forces in Nigeria are under his command. So, Wike, being his boy, has inherited so much power from the big man, Jagaban. So he can give life and take life. Just like I said, judiciary is in his pocket. Chinedu, you asking me about the implication of this. The implication of this is to deprive the people of River State access to federal allocation, which is their constitutional right to have monthly allocation allotted to their allocated to their local various local governments in the state. And once that is done, they believe that the governor will no longer command his foot soldiers in River State. Money is everything. Money gives life and takes life. Without anybody money for the moment, the person will not tie them against you. And that is what the power to be in Abuja are trying to do. And if they succeed, of course, that is one way, one step forward to get back at the governor, whom they believe is their suit, whom they believe they can kick out of power at any time. So whether he will succeed is what the rest of us are watching and waiting to see. But I know that what happened in 1964, 65 in the old Western Nigeria is what is about to play out in the present political dispensation. Hello, Chinedu, are you still there?
Sure, for sure. We are here. We are hearing you and listening to you. You see, from what you say so
Uh-huh.
far, from what you said so far, Nigeria is dragging its feet towards anarchy. And it also, substantiates the position of some of us who insist that this Abuja formula of sharing the national cake every month is a scam. One, to say that Nigeria is a federal government, and every time you go to Abuja to kneel down and take your cup or your plate to receive your monthly allocation. Then the federating state is just an appendix of the federal government. They are not in any way in control of their state. Just like you said, whoever that is in control of the money is in control of the state. And that is why things will never work. And that is why we say the irreducible minimum is regional government. There is no two ways about it. Also, anywhere to the mountains, to the valleys, they will still come back on the same spot. I know they are not interested to fixing the lives of the Nigerian people and making it better. I mean those in the political class. But we are making this awareness. We are creating this awareness so that Nigerians will know exactly what to demand for. So that Nigerians will understand that their problem will never get better. Their problem will only get worse with the system of Nigeria. And there is no hope to it. Also, they bring down Peter Obi to become the president tomorrow with the same current system and status quo. Nothing will ever work. Nothing will ever work. So, the issue of weakenizing the court, lesomizing judgment, and with the one primary aim to incapacitate a whole state entirely, to keep the state to ransom, is in fact declaring a state of emergency on the state. And we know very well that two wrongs cannot make a right. Two wrongs cannot make a right. If you say Fubara did not present legitimate budget, what about you that is depriving the state legitimate allocation? What gives you the right to withhold it? Now, talking about what the incident that led to this whole fracas. We all knew and saw when about 24 members of the State Assembly said they have decamped, waving the flag of APC, issuing a press release that they have decamped from PDP to APC. And suddenly, when they realize that according to the constitution or the electoral law, they will vacate their seat. The people that gave them that advice gave them ill advice. And now they wanted to turn back. But it is already too late. And the fracas is there. Now, the governor presented the budget to legitimate representative of the state. And the state have not been complaining. The state in question, the people in question are not complaining. Why is it that the court is now dabbling into politics, making a political judgment instead of facing the constitution itself? Even that constitution is flawed. But let us use it as a working document. So do we see? You see, there is no hope. There is no hope. And there is no end in sight to all this nonsense. And it is, Nigeria is just trotting towards complete breakdown, because this will lead to eventual breakdown of Nigeria democracy. Ndubisi, what is your take? How do you react to it?
Yeah, Chinedu, I do not agree with you that there is no hope. There is hope
Really?
because for us to be here talking, for us to be here buying data to address the whole world, if there is no hope, we wouldn't be here. We would have packed our bags and baggages and perhaps relocated to Tanzania or some of these banana islands where some of our friends invited us to. It's because we saw that light at the end of the tunnel. That is why some of us are staying put. Of course, I always maintain and I insist that the judgment day is fast approaching. Ịma na ndị Igbo tụrụ ilu sị na eh, ijiji na-egbu nwa nkịta ọkwa ka esi atụ ya n'elu.
ọnwụ na-egbu nwa nkịta adịkwa ya n'isi nsị.
Yes, I know this is yes. It is ordained or destined that Nigeria will come to this stage. You know, everything working together for good. You need a monkey to catch another monkey. You need a criminal to catch another criminal. Minus will give you plus. Minus in mathematics will give you plus. As you can see, Chinedu, it is then them are fighting. The same APC, the same PDP people. Wike met for para governor, rigged him into power. He was the person that bought form for him to contest for to be governor of River State. Nobody knew Fubara before now. Wike was the person campaigning from place to place for Fubara. The same thing with so many other governors. Governor of Kaduna State, Rufai met his PA. The guy sitting there now as the governor of Kaduna State was Rufai PA when he was FCT minister. He was the person that drafted the young man to the seat of governor of Kaduna State. And today, both of them have fallen out of. But the government continues. The same thing with Jagaban. Look at Erufai. Erufai did everything. He even dragged Buhari to Supreme Court. Because of what? They wanted to frustrate the election of Ahmed Tinubu. But at the end of the day, just a month or 2 months after Jagaban became the president, both of them went different ways. Minus is equal to plus. That is my submission. So what I'm telling you is that all hope is not lost. It's for us, the good people, the good governance ambassadors, to just be here reminding the people, this is what I told you, the radio, because Katakata will happen very soon. And when it happens, we will be there to organize the people and show the people direction. This is what we are doing. We are doing the job of John the Baptist. We are waiting for Christ to come. So somebody has to baptize Christ. Somebody has to baptize Christ. So we are the people that will show him the way. So Chile, do not lose hope and don't tell our people that all hope is lost.
Well,
Judgment Day is fast approaching.
It's not just about saying it that don't lose hope. I'm not losing hope based on the message you are preaching. I don't want to go any other option. It is for whatever on this message. But I'm telling people there is no hope with the crop of political leaders you have today. That's what I'm saying. There is no hope.
Know now. No. Is it today that people know? Is it today? Must you say?
No, they are not acting same. They are not acting. Some people are still believing that something can still come out of this government.
Something can happen now. No.
And this government will make decisions that will favor the people. You mean that with the way we saw the court, with the way we saw this court judgment to strangulate a whole state and put them into comatose and put them into crisis and disarray by withholding their monthly allocation. You think that with the way they are going, they pocketed everything, just like you said. They pocketed the security, they pocketed the judiciary, they pocketed even the private sector.
Spiritual eye. If you have spiritual eye, you will understand that they are headed towards their end game. This is the end point is fast approaching. Yes, you believe they pocketed, but you know there is a way you pursue somebody. The person gets to the wall, and he will know that he cannot move further. He will stay on the wall, be waiting for you. Oh yeah, come and get me. If you are too courageous, if you are courageous enough, go there and pick it. Because the man has fallen down, he has nowhere to go. That is the end place for him. And if you to that point with him, it's suicidal. Both of you will go down. That is the point it has gotten. Okay, they've gotten court judgment. Let them go and execute it. Let them go and execute it. Let's wait and see what will happen to them. You think Icho or Niger Delta people are some of these noise makers? You think they are not some of these noise makers? Let's wait and see what will happen. I'm telling you, Chinedu, they might get court judgment. They might have all the soldiers behind them. But the power of the people is the greatest power you can boast on.
Anyway, with that, I
That's
can
what
agree. I know with that one, talking about River State people have a peculiar way of responding to such things. And we know how they be. Okay? Just like you said, it is one thing for them to get the court judgment and pronouncement, but it is another thing for them to execute it. One of the execution, so we know what will happen next when a court
our
comes out
Supreme Court
to
judgment. Supreme Court has given judgment allocation that they will seize allocation 3 months, 3 months, 3 months window agreed politically agreed by presidents has almost gone or 3 months have gone. Then we're waiting for the execution. Of course,
No, you are
you
talking.
saw
No,
what
you are
governors
no, no.
did.
You are talking about.
Oh,
You are just talking about the one of local government. We are talking about state government.
I know local government is still state government now. The state government are fighting dirty. The federal government wants to pocket all the local government, 774 local government to be under control. Because whoever that pays, wherever the money is coming from, decides what happens and who goes on and who comes out. By executing that policy, it then means that governors have lost out in power equation. So, if anybody tell you that the governors will fold their hands and allow the president, Jagaban, to execute that Supreme Court judgment, the person is lying. And what have you seen? You've seen all the states executing elections, just selecting their puppets and appointing them elected chairman. That is another one. Anyway, that's another discussion altogether. But I'm just trying to tell you that it has gotten to breaking point. Let's wait and see what will happen next. That's the point I'm trying.
Okay, all right. With that, we are going to go back again for the benefit of those who are just joining the program. We are live on Matters Arising, and the topic and the issue on our text this evening is the court stopping River State allocation, which has stirred the crisis in River State to escalate further. All right. So we are going to revisit that breaking news, and when we come back, the lines are open for you to make your opinion known by dropping your comments on the comment section or calling the numbers you've seen right here on the screen +234-810-4545-533 so that your voice will be heard. The reason for this live interactive section is for you to air your opinion because they are listening. At least you can be rest assured that the powers that be listens to the opinion of the masses through this platform. Because here we say it the way it is. We are not here to censor the truth or give you cosmetic truth. No, there is how to say this kind of truth. No, we say it the way it is. If it is the truth, then we say it the way it is. So that's why you need to make here your home and your family, where we conscientize the people, empower them with right information, build a large community that will effect the kind of change to free not just Nigerian people, but the entire black race from bad governance. So let us sit on that video, and when I come back, then we'll continue on this program. Don't forget to share while you're watching and bring in other people to be part of this program. Take a look at this video.
Allow peace to reign. If you say your mother will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
Things seems to be going Wike's way as Federal High Court stops CBN, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank from giving Governor Sim Fubara access to Rivers State Fund without a lawfully presented budget to Rivers State House of Assembly. The Federal High Court in Abuja has stopped the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) from further releasing monthly financial allocation to the Rivers State government. The court held that the receipt and disbursement of monthly allocations since January this year by Governor Sim Fubara is unconstitutional somersault and aberration that must not be allowed to continue. Justice Joyce Abdullah Malik, who issued the order on Wednesday, 30th October 2024, held that the presentation of the 2024 budget by Fubara before four-man Rivers State House of Assembly was an affront to the constitutional provision. Specifically, the judge said that Fubara's action in implementing unlawful budget smacked gross violation of the 1999 Constitution he swore to protect. The judge therefore restrained CBN, Accountant General of the Federation, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank from further allowing Fubara to access money from the consolidated revenue and federal account.
Allow peace to reign. If you say your mother will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
You're welcome back again. This is still BVI Channel 1, and we are still on Matters Arising. And we are discussing the crisis that is erupted as a result of courts stopping Rivers State allocation. All right, and we are live and direct. The numbers to call if you want to be part of this program and want to make a contribution. You can call +2348104545533. The number is right here on the screen. And joining me virtually on this program is Ndubisi Enugu, who is also the Ambassador General of GGM, Good Governance Ministry, as we continue in this advocacy for good governance. With what is happening in Rivers State, we are talking about the economic and political implication to all of this. And we appreciate every one of you who are watching from our Facebook page, BVI Channel 1, and those who are wishing us through our Instagram. We are live there also. And those who are watching also from our BVI Channel 1 Plus. All right? And we cannot continue without appreciating our partners and those who believe in this mission of dispersing undiluted truth and giving the people a voice. We're talking about the Igbo Community Radio and the parliaments who are really supporting our advocacy for good governance. So we really appreciate them on this program. And don't forget that Matters Arising is from evening time between 5, 6, 7. Just click in and you can know and be part of what is happening and also have a say on it. Okay, back again to Ndubisi. Looking at this issue that is happening, Imago, with the way things are going, you know, if they dare to withhold this allocation, what do you anticipate? Me, I know what will eventually happen, because we have somebody like Asare Dokubo already pointing hand towards Tinubu after betraying him. He wants to destabilize the state using Wike. You understand? And we know what these guys are capable of. We know their history. We know the history of River State. Okay? And their relationship with oil pipeline and the rest of them. So, if the federal government deprives them of their allocation, what do you think could be an implication in all of this? Do you think that there will be a restiveness coming from that axis? maka onye
Yes,
na-achọ okwu federal
Chinedu,
gọọmenti maka
exactly
federal
what
gọọmenti
you
na-achọ
said.
okwu o.
Ọ bụrụ ka ị nyere ya nkịta n'olu, bone, you, bone, you yourself handed over bone on to dog and mandated the dog to be of good behavior. The dog, being a well-trained dog, decided to be a good boy. All of a sudden, the agreement is that you should be feeding the dog very well so that the dog will not eat the bone. So, what do you think will happen when you stop to feed the dog? The dog will go for the bone now. There is no other alternative than to go to the bone. So, in other words, resources of Nigeria, at least up to 95% of our federal revenue, this so-called allocation that share into states will be reduced to nothing if this High Court or Federal High Court judgment should be enforced, or if their money should be hijacked by the power to be. I know that one for certain. That if not for anything, the judge will be bold enough to remind Nigerians that this central government they are running, using the resources coming from internal to run their central government, because it's not federal system of government that Nigeria is running. It's central system of government from Abuja, feeding through federation. That is what they are running. So the judge will be too proud and bold to remind them that we have gotten enough. Enough should be enough. So that is what I see coming. And as you know, these guys, these guys they are blindfolded with power. They are so power drunk. Be telling them that nothing will happen. Don't be my boy, I will take you out of power. We are waiting to see what will happen. But I know the judgment day is coming today, and it will not take time again.
This judgment day, I wonder when it will happen.
You know it will happen today.
It's only when Nigerian people will wake up. That is the only time Nigerians will judge them. They cannot judge them
Forget
in their
Nigerian
fear.
people.
Who else
Forget
will
Nigerian
who
people.
else will be the judge? Tell me.
See, Chinedu, when the Arab Spring started, if you could remember, he just took one boy to set himself on fire, and the street
How
caught
many?
fire.
To be honest with you, with the way Nigeria is, someone don't be ready to die for anything. That is one thing you must understand. Because with the
Okay,
level of people that have died and what happened during the NSAS, and even this recent one, they tried to mobilize. My dear, Nigerian people, they too love their life. Everybody, somebody sang the song and said, nobody want die, but everybody want go heaven. Everybody want good governance, but nobody is making any step to, to do the needful. Nigerians are not making any effort. I'm telling you, Nigerians are behaving like a defeated people.
People are dying every day.
People are dying every day now. Of course. Is he not a musician that we talked about yesterday in our Matters Arising program that was killed in Enugu last weekend? And nothing is happening. Okay. Now, the only thing you can tell me which is keeping my hope alive personally and grinding the energy for GGM to continue in this campaign and not giving up is what happened between the cabman and the lawmaker, of which we saw what happened there when the young man was being harassed and brutalized. The guy was steadfast and courageous enough to stand his ground and even record the entire scenario. And I can tell you, without which, now the guy gave and nothing will happen. And that is to tell you that until Nigerian people live above their fear, that is where I am heading to. Until they live above their fear, nobody won't die, but everybody won't go heaven. Until we come out of that our comfort zone, until the Nigerian people live above their fear to confront their oppressors in the name of political class who are taking decisions detrimental to their own livelihood and have put the lives of millions of Nigerian people at risk. We are talking about 200 million people. So, NDBC, now, until we start seeing that conscious awareness and awakeness by the Nigerian people. If you look at them now, they are Nigeria is one of the most active people on different social media platforms. But look at what they are pursuing. As but it is only Nigerian people. It is only the Nigerian people that their house is on fire and they are hunting rats. They sang, there is fire on the mountain and nobody is running. That is the case of Nigeria and NDBC. I don't know if you have heard from the spiritual realm or have seen ahead of time that maybe Nigerians are waiting for one thing that will trigger them to rise up to say enough is enough. Because with what is happening in River State, the implication is that salaries of families will not be paid. The state will not be able to pay their salaries or maintain their hospitals or keep up with their education, and businesses will collapse. What are they trying to instigate in the state? Is worse than a state of emergency. And the people that are instigating it happen to be the federal government. Just like in the VC, you said that you made a comment regarding sharing the formula, the sharing from the what do you call it, feeding bottle economy. Everybody running to Abuja. And you can imagine, you are the one from among the 36 states, including that of Abuja FCT, making it 37. You are the one that is, submitting what they are sharing in Abuja the most. You are the biggest contributor of what they are sharing in Abuja. And you came with your plate and they will tell you, you are not going to be getting any spoon from the allocation. Okwanunkali is an insult, is a look down, and they are undermining. These guys, I don't know what they even call treason. This judgment is tantamount to treason because it can stage a revolt by the people. It can. In fact, this judgment is tantamount to what they call national security, and that is the truth. So I don't know why we are now seeing this kangaroo judgment coming in from the courts. The court that is supposed to be the last hope of the common man is not even the last hope of a state government. That an ousted or a former governor is pulling this strange from Abuja. And this is exactly what he condemned in the past. Today you are using court to withhold a whole state allocation. My dear, this is the breaking point. NDBC, to me, this is actually the breaking point.
Chinedu, do you know the basis? You know why they went to court, and the prayer before the court, and the
I know.
judgment itself. What is the prayer?
No, the court judgment, the court is saying that, or the people that approach the court is saying that
No, it's not the court. There are people that went to court.
No, the people that went to court are claiming that the governor is spending money unconstitutionally by executing 2024 budget he presented to just 4 legislators. That is the only thing. And they assume that
No, but
it
that
is
one, that no,
unconstitutional.
no, no, that one has nothing to do with seizing their money.
Okay,
If that
what
is
is
the
seizing
case,
their
now
money?
they should say this isn't their money. The allocation to local government. The people that went to court, their basis for going to court it was, before the election took place, that Wike group got judgment that that election should not hold. That INEC came out to say that they are not part of the election. They are not releasing voters card. Sorry, voters registration
No, Ndubisi, you are mixing it up. You are
documentation
mixing it up.
to
Ndubisi, you are
state
mixing it
INEC.
up. You are mixing it up
Okay.
actually. Because the news had it that
Uh,
the news had it that the state monthly allocation, not River State local government monthly allocation, the state monthly allocation. And the judgment cited that the Fubara's budget for 2024 to River State House of Assembly is unconstitutional because he presented the budget to 4 persons.
Point. I've gotten the point.
That is the issue.
There are two different things.
Yes.
There are two different things. Like I
Anytime
said,
court.
Chinedu,
Yeah.
no, no. Like I said, anybody can quote me here. That judgment is cannot be enforced. That judgment cannot be enforced. It's not enforceable. But let's just wait and see. To all these things, like what I said from beginning, as a nkịta nkịta ntị ka esi atụ ya n'elu anaghị ekwu that is what I'm trying to say is that because I said negative minus will lead to plus. These negative forces have been fighting among themselves. They believe that anything is possible. They can do anything. Because of that absolute power, they believe they have absolute power. They are in control of the army, control of the police, control of the judiciary, control of the state apparatus. So they can believe they can do anything. That was my initial statement. That was my position. But I said, unknown to them, there are unknown forces. These guys do not know that will spring up. And I do say that if you pursue a man and the man ran to the wall, there is no other way to go than to stay there and wait for you. If you venture to go to that point, what do you see? What you see is what you bargain, and it's cider. And I'm saying that it has gotten to that point. Let's wait and see how Wike will execute the judgment. That is what I'm saying. But to you, Chinedu, you have lost hope on the people because to you, the people will not do anything. And to you, people have disappointed you. But to me, I said there is an unseen hand which you are not seeing. Let's wait and see how it will play out. I
I,
have hope that this is the time for us to sort ourselves out. Because the bottle
okay.
federation we have,
Hmm.
the bottle federation we have, you know, is a fraud. Is a fraud. For us to have a system like this, people have just been managing. They have been using the feeding bottle federalism to settle some big boys in all the regions of Nigeria. Whoever that wants to make noise, they will use the same system. They will use their own resources, organize some portion of it for you, and you will be sorted out, you and your family. But it has gotten to a point where that settlement will no longer work, and the people will begin now to ask themselves questions. What are you sharing? Is it not my resources that you are bringing to the table? You are offering me. people will now ask some fundamental questions. I say this crisis point will lead to that, where I told you that something will ignite something. It's something that will, just like you holding matches, scratch it on the back like this, you have fire. So somebody is waiting for that crash to happen. So this judgment might be this crash. That is my own analogy. Anybody can say the other thing, that this could be managed politically and this could be resolved. But I know at this game, it's game of pride, game of ego, game of I put you there, I can remove you. At that point, wisdom no longer play out. So that's the point I'm making.
Well, your point is not your point Adaronaja. Yeah, let us have a recap on some of the comments in the comment section. We have some people who are dropping their comments. We really appreciate those who are joining us on this live interactive section. Don't forget, you can still call us. Apart from dropping your comment, you can still call and let your voice be heard by calling the number on the screen, +2348104545533, and make our time in the evening time to listen to some of the programs or watch some of the programs we are bringing to you. It is life transforming information which will energize you to understand the powers you have as a citizen. Although Nigeria today, most vulnerable citizen, the only people that are citizens in this country are the elite class. If you don't belong there, you are not a citizen. You are a subject. Your laws don't apply to you. Okay, so we really appreciate all of you who are coming and make our time to always follow us on all our social media platforms. Now we have Babatunde Johnson, John Sonil. So he's calling the judiciary bunch of illiterates, I suppose. And we have Anna Owa, who said, "What is killing Nigeria is what concern me attitude. That's less concern attitude. Less concern attitude. I don't care attitude. That is what is killing Nigeria." And I agree with her totally. That's I agree with everything she said there. Absolutely. Ndubisi, do you agree with her? This I don't care because up here I can here. That is exactly what I'm pointing out. This I don't care attitude of Nigerian people.
Yeah, yeah, it's something that costs it. These guys have weaponized Nigerians with poverty and hunger. What do you want people to do? People are rat race, struggling to survive from hand to mouth. And whoever that is meant to be in that position will do nothing other than trying to survive first. And how do you survive first? You have to work, you have to run around. And whoever does not have food in his stomach has to put in something there first before talking. We are talking, me and Chinedu, we are talking, we are addressing people, but we have food in the market in the stomach. How many Nigerians, how many people, how many indigenous people in Nigeria can even guarantee where their next meal will come? That is what this so-called elitist class in Nigeria have made all the Nigerians to be. But like I said, the judgment day is coming because it's then that will set the fire among themselves, and the people will join. It will not come from the people. It's among the elite class. They've gotten to the point when the money they have stolen is so much. Chinedu, a case of kidnappers. They made 30 million naira. But at the point of sharing the money, you know, katakata will burst. You see one person open fire, shooting the other person. At the end of the day, nobody lives to tell the story. So that is the case with Nigeria. Because all the criminals in Nigeria since 1970 after the Civil War, they have stolen so much. Their children is living among the ruling class. Their children is in charge of the resources, the crude resources, the mineral resources. Their children are presiding over the different malls in Nigeria. Also, embarking on unsustainable consumption pattern, which will take nobody any place. So, among their children and grandchildren, fight has started among these different cabals, the different sectors of the Nigerian economy. So, the people are too hungry to start the fight. The people will be one side waiting. As the fight is about, one cabal will use the one people against the other people. That is how I see the fire. The fire will consume many of them. Like I say, John the Baptist, before the direction, before people will come and lead the way, they show the people the direction to go. And that will happen. I'm not a pastor. I'm not saying that this is what God, but I want to sound like a social scientist. I want to sound like somebody who is conscious of historical events. It's only that in this part of the world we don't read and we don't care about history. That is why history repeats itself. And I reminded us on this program that this is what ignited 1964, 1965 political crisis in Western Nigeria. Awolowo won the election, but the power to be in Lagos in Northern Barak wanted Akintola to remain in power. You know, along the line, Awolowo started talking. They arrested him and charged him with treason. So it was that political crisis that prompted the Kaduna Zongos, the Bullies, and these are 26-year-old majors. You have generals, the likes of Oju, Cornell. These are not the people that did the coup. The coup was executed among the younger officers. Though not successful, but that that event brought us to the current.
Good evening, our brother in the studio.
BBC,
My
hang
name
on.
remains Santina. I'm calling you right now from Igbo.
BBC, hang
Coming
on.
to
Let
the
us take this
topic,
call from Igbo.
coming to what you are seeing in this very country and what you are discussing now. For federal government to stop the allocation of the river states, it's ensured that the governor don't serve to control the states. And that is what we are calling for true federalism. What the same way is spoiling the states. Let me call it Wike. Federal government for river states. What are they to
I think we're having problem with that call. We hope that the call back. We hope that it calls back. The caller that just called right now. We hope that you call back again. All right. Sorry. There's this problem that the noise that is coming up from that call. Okay. So that's it. That's it. In the BC, we are still on it. Let's quickly go back to these comments from the comment section while we wait for calls to come in. We have Abraham Egbe. He said, we can't afford fuel anymore. It should be blown. I don't understand the direction it's coming from. Is a reality on ground. People, how many person can afford 1,200 naira fuel? That's how much is being sold. And the federal government increased it once more from 130 something to 160 something. 1,000 60 naira thereabout. But they are buying or selling at the 1,060 naira. But Or the independent marketers are selling at 1,002, 1,250, 1,300 as the case might be. Oh, so the hardship is really biting. And somebody made a very funny comment here. It's really not funny, but I'm going to address it after this call. Let's see if we can take this call. Hello?
I call back.
All right.
Because in Igbo land, there is one hadith that said, Ọkụkọ na-alụ ụlụ na-akwa ya. Ọkụkọ na-eyi akwa na-alụ ụlụ na-akwụ ya. How can you destroy your state? Because of the election, they gave order from above to stop the election, do all the states, monitor the election again. And they took the book of their hands and conducted the election free and fair. Now, in order to weaken that River State, to make the governor handless, now the federal government, the court gave order to stop the federal government giving the nanny allocation. Are we in Banana Republic? Do we have constitution at all? The governor being the chief of the state, being the controller of the state, please, they should give the what belongs to them. My suggestion, or they should stop collecting anything from River State. Any resources, any revenue, the federal court should give order at the same time, so that River State should not pay any bank to federal government again, so that they will manage their resources. True federalism will stop this order on top, order from above. How can somebody continue destroying his own state when he was a governor? Did they stop giving the allocation for the federal government? Why should judges, that person that passed the judgment, with due respect, they should cancel that judgment, or they should allow the governor to control his resources, his revenue, collect taxes for his state, and manage his own state. And that is what we are claiming for, through federalism. All the people of Nigeria, everybody have to rise up. And the abomination start from one place. Before you know it, it will escalate to all the states. All the governors will start facing what River State is facing. At the same time, I say kudos to River State governor. He stood as a man and fought for his rights. And that is what he's supposed to be. I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear. Thank you for calling and being part of this program. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we hope that we have more of you joining the program to make your voice heard. Nandu BC, she talked about true federalism. True federalism, or the one we call regional government, whichever way you want to look at it. That is the irreducible minimum, and that is the position of GG. Is that correct?
Yeah, Chinedu, you are correct, but let's not confuse the issue. The whole essence of when people say true federalism, it is that allows the federatory units to control the resources they have, both human and mineral resources. That is what you call true federal federating units. You return power to the units, allow them to have their own constitution, whether you call it states, like you have United States of America. America has 51 states. In every state has federating units. They control the resources generated within that federating unit. They have constitution, they have INEC, they have like corporate affairs, they register their company, they give licenses to to companies that come to explore their mineral, their natural resources. You know, they have their state police, like the local government you have here, they have their county. County is under the federative unit, which is state. Each state decides the number of counties they want to create. The state of Minnesota may have 15 counties, while a state of California with a large size population will have 50 counties. So it all boils down on federative unit, which is state in case of United States of America. The same thing with United Arab. Dubai is not a country. You, Dubai exists under United Arab. But if you hear Dubai today, like some of our followers here, they will be looking at Dubai as a country. Dubai is not a country. Or if you look at United Kingdom, you look at England. So many people see England as a country of their own. Or so many people see Scotland as a country of their own.
Yeah,
Or Ireland as a
that
country
is
of
what that's exactly what it is. They are countries of their own that came together to form a kind of federation you call United Kingdom.
no a confederation.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
come they
They
form
have
a
a
confederation.
confederal system. Yes, where they have their own
Uh-huh.
parliament, they have their own. In fact, they have their own government completely. The only thing that is uniting
They go
them
to
is
World
their
Cup,
currency, their border control, and their military. That's the
their
only thing that is
army,
uniting them.
their military. Uh-huh. So the point I'm making, Chinedu, is it all boils down on what a people want to adopt. That is why Emeka Anyoko, the patriot, went to the presidency to ask for new constitution. Now, irreducible minimum for Nigerian survivor is to have a new constitution where the people will come together and dialogue, discuss, interact as people from different nations. Because we have different nations, stop living a life of deceit. Let us stop lying to ourselves. And as we are lying to ourselves, even our children are beside us watching us, that their fathers are liars. We are lying to ourselves. We belong to different nations. So it's about the time we come together and say which kind of federation do we want to run? Do we want to adopt the United States of American model or the British model, United Kingdom, where Scotland, Ireland can still go to World Cup, can retain their indigenous identity, and still exist in common country called United Kingdom, Britain, Great Britain. The same thing with Germany. Germany before now, we used to have Western Germany, Eastern Germany. They they were going to World Cup differently as Western Germany, Eastern Germany. But after some time, they came together and agreed that we want to have Great German for recognizing our individual differences, the different ethnic groups that make up that Great Germany. The same thing with Switzerland. The same thing with India, Great India. India is about 900 million people, almost 1 billion like China. In India, they have provinces, they have different states, they have their constitution, they have their companies, they have their laws. In fact, there's no country above 50 million that has the same kind of central government command and control system we have. It is a miracle that Nigeria is still surviving up to today as a country. It is a miracle. That is why, Chinedu, I always believe that the judgment day is fast approaching. that something will
You
happen
better do.
for the fire to start burning. It will do. Don't lose hope.
No, I'm not losing hope. No, I
This is
just
what
hope that the
is true.
Nigerian people. I just hope that Nigerian
No,
people
forget
will
Nigerian
wake up.
people. Forget
Because
Nigerian people, whether
who
they
will
sit
effect
up
it?
or not. It will happen.
Will God come down from heaven to effect the judgment?
No, you are calling Nigerian people now, but I've told you now, Fubara, who is fighting, who is it people that are insisting
Don't
that
think that
they will no longer take
Fubara is not
nonsense.
different from Wike until he proves himself otherwise. Because the same thing,
Now waiting I
Wike was on the same
uh,
stool. Wike was on this. In fact,
uh,
Wike even made some comments about what do you call him, Amechi that came before him, and he's doing exactly the same thing. How do we know that this
Chinedu,
Fubara is
Chinedu,
even fighting for
I'm
his own
telling
interest?
you, no, I'm telling you that when you have negative, you have positive.
It will result
When you
positive.
have
Okay.
negative fire, it will you need two negative forces to achieve what this thing. What will happen? You need is it not Obiano, P2P that nominated Obiano, even though some people say this Oba. But it's P2P. P2P was the sitting governor. He allowed it. He was the person that called Obiano on phone. He was the person that invited Obiano to come back and contest. But just a month after, 2 months after, the Cold War started. And up till now, I don't think the two gentlemen are on talking terms. Even though big men, they don't go into fight like ordinary people like us. You know, they have their modus operandi, they have the way they fight. But the fact remains that ideologically, there was ideological divide. Whoever that was with Peter should not be with Obiano. And the same thing goes on over and over again. And the Oba, and Chris Oba. So whether Fobara is dissenting or fighting for the survivor, but the fight he will embark upon will favor some ordinary people on the street. So what I'm saying is that whether the fight will lead to breakdown of law and order or blowing of pipelines or not is yet to be seen. But what
Okay.
I want people to know is that you need negative forces to fight negative forces. Don't expect virgins and angels to come down from heaven and take these devils out of the way. It will not happen, my brother. That's the point I'm
All right. Thank you, Luis. And that is it for today. I think we've done justice for today's Matters Arising. We appreciate all of you who are watching from Facebook and those who are watching from the from the YouTube. We have Kachi, we have Mecca Umokafo. Umokafo actually said that when judiciary is toying with MNK's case, talking about Nnamdi Kanu, many rivers people are happy and rejoicing. So 1:8 said, when you see evil, call it by its name. Again, anyone that came across an old woman that feeds on faces must stop her lest she die. Yes, I'm reading comments. I'm reading comments from the Facebook. So, um, so he said again, anyone that came across an old woman that feeds on faces must stop her lest she die. No one knows who will eat her head. So that is just it. And we have somebody like Obi Bondes, Townsend, Otumba CA, Osulu Anyanwu, and the rest of you who are watching from the uh, Facebook. Okay, thank you for joining us on this program. And don't forget that we're going to be live again, back again on Matters Arising every day, every weekday from Monday to Thursday. In the evening, beginning from the hours of 5, 6, and 7, we are here to, have this deliberation and get your voice and opinion, and also bring in voices that matters to answer questions. So it is only here you have an opportunity to interact with the powers that be. I also have comments coming in from WhatsApp, where Verita Faria Tech said that in response to this, said you have the right to go to appeal for Rivers. Okay, so anyway, that is it on today's Matters Arising, and this is where we draw the curtain on today's program. We hope that you join us again tomorrow on Matters Arising, and don't forget to keep sharing, keep liking. If you've not subscribed on this our YouTube channel, if you're watching from our main channel, please hit on the YouTube channel subscribe button, and if you're watching from our backup channel on YouTube, BVI Channel 1 Plus, also subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. What could happen after our experience, the time our platform was terminated. We regretted not having a backup platform. So now we do. Many people complained that at that time they were lagged out. They couldn't have this information coming through. So for you to be on the safe side, please subscribe also on our YouTube channel backup platform, which is BVI Channel 1 Plus, and on Instagram as well. We hope that you continue following us there as we continue to engage you more, and on Twitter we are also there. We are also, opening up our grounds and presence on TikTok. So we all just search for BVI Channel 1 or look out for me associated Peters. You'll be able to link up on TikTok so that we will be able to expand this voice to as many Nigerians as possible. We want to reach like 1,000 followers on TikTok so that we can open up our live stream there to engage more of our people, especially the younger generations, because that is where they are mostly active. So the least you can do if you're watching, just search for us on our TikTok account, and we'll likely drop the link on our descriptions of our videos so that you'll be able to easily access it. BVI Channel 1 on TikTok, and you will be able to connect with us from there. Having said that, I'm signing out. Please stay alive, stay safe, and remain committed to good governance as we continue to bring you the undiluted truth only from this platform, BVI Channel 1. And on this, I'm signing out. Remain associated Peters, the advocate for good governance. Bye-bye for now.
Sleep. You too, you will not sleep.
Things seems to be going Wike's way as Federal High Court stops CBN, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank from giving Governor Fubara access to Rivers State Fund without a lawfully presented budget to Rivers State House of Assembly.
Allow peace to. If you say your mother will not sleep, you too, you will not sleep.
Things seems to be going Wike's way.